All right, ready?
I already recorded.
Okay, cool. Ready? Hola, ¿cómo estás? Welcome to another episode of Tequila High Club. Today we've got a tequila that has been aged for 2 years. The branding is all about partying. And to complement that, I have my best mate, homie, and co-founder of Tequila High Club back on the show where we're going to be talking about red flags, who pays the bill first. Eddie, what's up?
Glad to be back here, and I can tell we're gonna have a big party tequila from the hat.
Yeah!
On that guy right here, and there's a black hat too. What else can be more toxic than a black sombrero?
I'm not sure if that was racist or not.
Nothing to do with race. Well, got to do about the color black, and fuck boys love black.
Fuck boys. So how's your flight over?
Good, man. I just want to come down here to talk about, tequila and shit with you. I'm happy to see you still wearing the same shirt from last time. Hopefully you haven't washed that since the last episode. Committed. Please donate to Blake, or if you a clothing brand, you got some cool shit. Drop a comment
If you like my shirt, like and subscribe. If you don't like my shirt, still like and subscribe.
I think we're trying to find a sponsor, to be honest. I mean,
who can style me besides you, Eddie?
I've sent you a bunch of stuff already, so I'm not sure where they. Hopefully they've been worn properly, and
I've sold them on eBay.
I want to see some kiss marks on the collar. That's what I wanted to do. Maybe I should make a shirt that says "kiss" here.
Yeah, you should.
And so, what are we drinking?
All right, so today we've got Sierra, Antigua, and Añejo. So Sierra, they've got a reposado, and we talked on the last episode how we had that really cheap. It's like Jose Cuervo. Jose Cuervo is terrible, but their reposado is terrible as well.
So this one is terrible.
I don't know. Like they've said, it's been rested in barrels for 2 years. So that's where the Añejo comes from, right? And the darkness for it. So there's supposed to be a bit more of a fullness to this. Now, I'm going to just give a little bit of.
I definitely hate Añejo just too much. Like, I don't drink whiskey. To me, if I drink Añejo, it has to be in a big ice block. Do you know what I mean? I think you
but it needs to be really good, clean Añejo. Yeah. So this, I'm not too sure. But what I don't like about this tequila brand is you go and try and find their story and really what the essence of their company is. And you can't find anything. The only thing that all their branding is, and hey, Sierra, if you're watching this, take some notes, because you should take some notes on what I'm about to say. Sierra isn't really the best tequila, and all they do is all their branding is all about partying, taking shots. They've even got on their website, first you need to take some salt, then you need to take the lemon after. And they actually have a photo, and I was like, what are you guys doing?
Cringe.
Then go onto their Instagram, and Ricky put this up. They've even got this chick who it's like she's doing a video, but she's doing like this. And I'm like, I looked at it and I'm like, dude, I do not want to be anywhere near that tequila.
So maybe it's like a spring break tequila vibe.
It feels like spring break. It's like, I know, for the poor spring break person, I just don't.
So this tequila is basically designed to make young girls vomit.
And everyone to be hungover.
Great. I'm so keen to try this.
Yeah. And so this is the first one that really, there's another one that we have done. No, I think it's coming in the next couple of episodes. Is they've got kind of a bit of a party vibe, but the tequila is actually really, really good as well. And they still have a story behind kind of the party vibe. This, I would like to see more understanding of where the recipe or where the companies actually come from, besides just taking shots and shit like that. And I think maybe you might be able to appreciate it more.
Right,
so let's taste it anyway. Let's see what this Añejo.
Cheers.
Okay,
perfect. You only pour a little shot here.
Oh, so already it feels toxic, right? It smells toxic.
It's not as bad as I thought it would be.
It feels like it's just really, it does feel more potent than others. I think it's going to have a punch.
I actually enjoy that. I actually really like that.
It's not too bad actually, yeah.
Añejo, it's actually really good. It's very smooth.
It kind of hits. That is good. Okay, so.
Damn, we've judged the book by its cover way too soon.
Well, I didn't judge the book on the Añejo. I more so judged the company
you can
in
smell
its soul.
You can't even smell the alcohol's not punching through the nose, if you know what I mean. Because a lot of tequila and a lot of tequila just goes straight to the nose. It evaporates really quickly.
Yeah.
You can just go, the ethanol just clearing that nasal. But this is like, This is the tequila that I like, which is like a soft, subtle, smooth tequila.
Well, one of the reasons, okay, so Jose Cuervo got on like Tequila Match, they got a 26 out of 100, right? So when you look at like, even though but then you look at Jose Cuervo's like other stuff, like their nice traditional Blanco, it's beautiful, right? So, I mean, all I'm saying is that I do like this. And I think Añejo is always better if it's from a company where the reposado isn't as good, but I feel like they spend more time on trying to deliver, that long resting, which I think they've done
the
quite well.
reposado is good, then an añejo would be even better. Do you know what I mean? Like
exactly, well, it has to be, right?
Yeah.
I mean, if you mess up the añejo and like your reposado is better, then you're obviously aging, right?
Yeah. I really enjoy that. I think with a nice ice in it.
I mean, I don't mind the flavor and the taste, but there's an aftertaste I'm not liking. It feels like
I feel like there's a sweetness to it, like a honey sweetness to it.
But then I think it feels like there's too much. How would I say it? It just feels like it's a little bit too more potent. It's not as smooth as like the runoff as it could be. But I mean, still overall, I think is for the price as well. I mean,
How much is the bottle?
I mean, the price is roughly about 60. I think about 60 US. Yeah.
Good for añejo.
Yeah, maybe 50 US.
Standard.
Yeah. So I mean, if you want a well-priced añejo, I think this could be if you're $50.
Black hat, man. It's a black sombrero. Why?
They do this like for all of theirs, right? Because that's the party vibe, right? So,
I know, but you know what it is? Like a lot of people who see that, they just go, oh, they just think of throwing up.
Well, yeah, and it's partying, right? So that's like a perfect shot amount. So that's also the reason why Sierra's always
see, like if you cover that, this bottle looks classy, and it's just like yeehaw.
Actually, do you know what I really like about their bottle and stuff is they got a lot of the Aztec rich heritage.
Well, that's what I'm saying, and then just
cool.
the black.
See now, okay, Sierra, if you are watching this, why don't you tell us about this on your website? Why don't we hear the fucking stories of exactly... Dude, I love the rich culture of Mexico. That's why I love this tequila so much. But you never see... Like, I love the Aztecs. I used to do Aztec projects when I was younger. Tell us about what this means.
Yeah, is this one of those like cultural inappropriation kind of thing where you go, I'm using Aztec vibe and then mixing it up with the Mexican sombrero? Like,
but it's the same thing, man. It's like I mean, all the Mexican back in the day, like that's where it all came from. Like it's...
No, I'm saying it's like, come on, like there should be context to it. This bottle seems like slapping everything into one. We're going to like thousands of years, pyramid days into party days.
Yeah.
Vibe. I'm marketing.
It's just weird, yeah. So,
anyways,
for future, I would just like to see more.
This is why I love. There's so many stories with different branding, and I love looking into different tequilas branding.
Yeah. It makes you see like there's so much more. I just think the basis is. Make sure that your story actually, like what you just said, make sure your story matches what your bottle and everything that you're trying to do. Because what's the point? Well, that doesn't to me looks like I'm going to be partying and taking shots, right?
No.
That's kind of like, oh, there's some richness to it.
I actually enjoy that, like sipping it slowly.
Yeah.
Well, talking about young girls vomiting, what makes you vomit, Blake? What makes you yak? What's your aches and...
We got to have this shot first, and then we can get into that, all right?
Okay. I'm not even going to have the orange, because...
Cheers.
See, very smooth.
That was really smooth having the shot of that.
Like, yeah, this tequila is actually really good. I'm going to start drinking that more now. I'm keen to try the Blanco as well.
I think the Blanco... I mean, just... The Reposado is just really hard to drink, I think. You know, I've had it before. Okay. All right, I'm going to pour this drink. We're going to get back into... Do you want orange and...
Yeah, let's go with orange. I mean, put the slice of orange in my cup, actually. That extra orange.
There you go. So, what are we talking about now? Eddie, are we going to be talking about red flags?
Icks. What are your icks? Do you have any physical icks, Blake? When do you see a girl? Like, what's your type? What's your type first? I don't even know what your type is, because maybe I do, but maybe I don't. You have like a general type, I feel like, but every now and then you steer left. And it just kind of like throwing me off a little bit. When I see like, oh yeah, this is what you're going for on a regular basis, and then you're suddenly dating someone who's completely different, and you go, oh shit, what the fuck happened there?
Okay, well, let's go back in time a little bit. Okay, so for starters, I'm not interested. I don't think I'm not tying that. I don't interested in like black chicks. It's just like because I've never grown up with them, right? So,
yeah, we get exposed to it.
Yeah,
I feel like if you're in America or in Africa,
I've seen beautiful, African Americans, black chicks. I don't know why, it's just not into like my thing. I never actually even used to be into cheers. I never actually even used to be into Chinese girls or anything like that, right? And then that's good. That's all. I can feel that nice richness through that come through the orange.
Yeah,
ooh.
That's really good.
Out of 10 though, before we actually get into this, what would you rate this so far?
You know what? I really like it, Sierra. I wouldn't. It's 8.5, I think.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very high.
Okay. See, I mean, I never used to be into Chinese girls, and then I met this one girl about 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, and we just vibed. And she's from New Zealand, but Chinese. And then we ended up just like getting really fucking close. Yeah. And went to New York to go see her in that, and like that's kind of like. And then since then, like the next girl I dated was Chinese, Portuguese. The next one was Chinese American, and so I don't know. Like it's to me, I don't have a type. If they're hot, they're hot. You could be. I've dated girls who are 5'1", which is fun because you can throw them around. But then I've also dated girls who are like my height, 6'3".
That's crazy tall for a girl.
Yeah.
Any girls taller than 6 foot? Damn, girl.
And then, are you an ass guy or a boobs girl?
2000, early 2000 to mid 2000, I was more an ass guy.
Yeah.
Now I just like tall, skinny model girls. I think I'm just so exposed to it. I'm like, yeah, that's my type. And they're like, I think that's sexy to me now. I mean, back then it was just like, I mean, we grew up in the chingy days, and you just seeing MTV raps, just fat ass, and everyone's talking about fat ass all the time.
Yeah.
So you kind of like grew up in that sort of hip hop environment where it's like fat ass is a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's still a thing, It just saw Ice Spice the other day at a festival, and just goddamn, everyone's still talking about ass, right? So I guess still a thing, but I don't know. My changes. I don't have a preference. I can go with black girl, white girl, Spanish girl, but I wouldn't go with Asian girl.
Yeah, because you're
dated. Because I don't know why it is. Well, it is like being Asian race in Australia. Do you know what I mean? Like we're kind of like the ABCs. I don't mind the ABCs, Australian born Chinese. That what we label Asians who are raised in America or Australia who are born there. ABCs. That's the term we kind of label them. So I'm probably partial as ABCs because I grew up and raised in Australia. So my taste is probably more like, I feel like I tried dating an Asian once, and then it lasted 3 months. I just felt it's too similar to me. I like the differentness and like different pheromones. And
that's kind of like I don't want to date an Australian again. Cause
like my friend Eastern European, like he's Bosnian, he wouldn't date a Bosnian chick.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, my Eastern European girls, fuck that. And I go, bro, Eastern European girls are the hottest people on earth.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, man, that's not my type. Okay.
I used to be like a guy who, when people would be, oh, you're a boobs or an ass guy, and I used to say, oh, I like both. I don't care. Yeah. But now I was on my bike riding back to the house, and I'm like, you know what? I think I'm an ass guy. Yeah. Because boobs, I don't care. Like boobs are boobs. Like if you can always get like bolt-ons and anything like that. But if you have a really nice ass, and I just get to go down there and eat it, then like I'm just like, oh.
I like the fit ass, like people who've done squats.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't go with flat ass as well. Flat tits, I don't mind. I don't really care about tits.
Same.
I love flat tits now. Like small titties are better. Just kind of cute.
Still got cute nipples.
Yeah, oh, that's petite. If they get big tits, oh, that's great. If they've got big tits, small ass, go, oh, girl, go to squat.
Do you know what's so hot is when you're with a girl and then she's got like no boobs, but like her nipples are really sensitive, and then you guys just start kissing, and then she's just like, oh, I think that's so sexy.
Yeah, I find it.
So let's look at red flags, man. So you've dated, quite a few people. I've dated quite a few people.
To be honest, I dated 3 to 5. 3 seriously. The first 2 kind of like, when
yeah, but you know what I mean when I say dating.
Yeah. Seriously, 3 to 5, but like who knows how many that were just kind of for fun.
So what's a red flag like when you first meet a girl and then when you're dating a girl? Actually no, because we already talked about kind of like meeting girls. So when you're dating someone,
what's touch base on it? Like I don't remember what we was talking about, but I think like for me, first thing's the looks. Obviously, I have to have an attraction. Mm-hmm. If she's not attractive, then like attraction is looks is just a surface level thing, right? But to me, that's what I gravitated towards. I'm like, and I think just my ego to it. I want to create the perfect human being. So my partner has to be the perfect girl with this sort of a look. I have like this particular image of what my partner would look like, to raise the most beautiful kids. Mm-hmm. That was like my mission in life. Like my kids are going to be the most beautiful kids in the world, and you're welcome, planet Earth. So like that's I think why I'm gravitated towards like really beautiful looking women. Not necessarily like good looking, but they have to be interesting looking. Like I love the type of look where you go, is she hot or is she, I don't know. Like I just can't figure out if she's hot or not. Mm-hmm. But she's really good looking. She have like something about her facial features. I have a thing for beauty spot here or here. Like all my exes have like a beauty spot either here or there. Scarlett Johansson has one. Natalie Portman. Everybody had like Blake Lively. Which I find it really attractive. Mm-hmm. Then after that, that's when you go into the personality. I'm like, is she interesting? Yeah. Can she talk, be in conversation for longer than half an hour without me have to go, what do you want to drink? Like, have to kind of pause and reset. Yeah. If she can make me laugh, holy shit, dude. I'm like that's a marriage type. That's rare. But it's rare. But it's, I've had dates like that. Yeah. Dumb dates, I've also had a lot of dumb dates. Yeah. Where someone who's just not cultured or well-traveled, a lot of Australians are kind of like that, where you go, oh man, they're just so not cultured. And that's a turn off for me. They could be like really good looking, but if they don't know the basics between different cultures. I went to a date with this flight attendant before and went to an Asian fusion restaurant. And then she was like, all right, I'll have, I don't know, what's a bao? And I'm like, what, a bao? I'm like, I'm like, in my head, flight attendant, you should be like traveling around the world, eating all the cuisines around the world, right? And you don't know what a bao is? Like, goddamn. Or
what airplane was she? What?
She's a Qantas flight attendant.
See, Qantas, like I think Qantas, domestic. So I thought it was going to be if this is international.
It's still in my head, you're a flight attendant. I think you'll be well traveled enough to understand the difference between teriyaki chicken and pad thai or whatever, right? To understand your cuisines.
Okay, so well traveled and understanding food is one of you.
Yeah, like, or smart, right? Like, if you're smart, dude, that's attractive.
Have you ever like cut a date short?
I have.
Yeah?
I have.
Why?
I remember, I've cut a date short many times, Blake. Normally I'd make an excuse. Oh shit, fuck, someone just locked out of their house and I have to get back and open. I'll make up some excuses. Mm. Oh my God, my best friend's in trouble. I have to really go get her, help. But many times, I think just as soon as the second phase of the date, like the first phase is obviously judging by the looks and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And you go to the second phase, which is go on a date, having dinner or having drinks. And then if they can't get into conversation, like my mojo just go, like, all right, this is a waste of my time. I don't want to pursue this. And I go, well, babe, I think I have to go. I just cut it back short. So probably last half an hour to an hour.
So you just make up an excuse and say you have to like fuck off?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I've had that once when the conversation, and it was all about conversation. It was very hard with being able to just continue having that going, and it feels like you're always trying to like ask and keep going, and that's fine, but you also need a little bit of back and forth because
the banter is so sexy.
Yeah.
Banter. Girls, if you know how to banter, holy shit.
Yeah.
If you know how to be funny and you give me so much shit, I love that. Mm-hmm. To me, just like, it's so attractive. Mm-hmm. I remember this girl who just gave me banter all the time. Do you know what I mean? Like, give me shit all the time. And I'm just like, God damn, how do I give it back? I can't even like retaliate to this, you know, just like, and just have no answer. And that's to me, that's super attractive. And she doesn't have to be super hot. And, you know, she's probably only like an 8 out of 10. I mean, 8 out of 10 is great. But I just made it a 10 out of 10 just because she knows how to banter and joke around and that personality.
So then when you're on a date, what's your views about like who pays on the date and stuff?
Oh, Blake, you're touching sensitive subject right here. Who pays the bill? I love what who was it? 50 Cent in this interview. Like, who pays the bill? Like, whoever idea of the date is pays the bill.
I was just right.
Goddamn, that wouldn't fly nowadays. But we say that, you know. But obviously, like, I don't mind paying the bill.
I mean, I think it should.
Like, it should.
If I ask a girl out, I'm asking for her time.
Exactly.
And so then it's my idea. I'm gonna pay.
Yep.
But if a girl goes,
also it's a masculine way of proving yourself, right? Because like, if a guy doesn't want to pay in first date, dude, that's a red flag.
Yeah.
But you know, I've been on a lot of first dates, and I go to the toilet, I come back, and they sort out the bill. I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
To me, that's like, oh shit, she threw me a curveball.
Yeah. She's
all right, what else you got?
She's gonna peg me tonight.
Wait, yeah. You can have my buddy tonight, girl. I'm not that expensive. But yeah, like I've had a few dates like that. I go, holy shit, like I respect that, you know, because I find that more common in Australia. Australian girls are great like that. I feel like
when they have their shit together, then yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think Australian girls also they want to show I'm independent. I don't need my guys to pay my bills. Yeah. Like a lot of the Australian girls I dated just more like it's all about 50-50. Even like when I invite them for first dinner or whatever, they're like, hey, can I pay half?
Okay, so then if a girl says, hey, do you want to catch up like this week, right? Yep. And yeah, cool, like yeah, do you want to go out somewhere? And she's like, yeah, let's go out to dinner. Then then does that kind of work as if she's going to pay, or would you still pay, or would you kind of feel like it's a mutual 50-50, but then you would end up paying? Like, how do you think?
It's a weird one because like if she asks for it, I still feel weird like letting the girl pays. Do you know what I mean? But if she offers, to me, that's all she needs to do. Just like, hey, let me pay half of it. Mm-hmm. Right? If she said like, I want to take you out, then you're paying the bill. Mm-hmm. But it has to be clear. Like when she said, I'm taking you out. Right? I have like few instances where the girls, I'm taking you out. I'm like, all right, then I'm not expecting to pay.
Yeah. There's this, I remember I was dating one girl and she like paid kind of thing. I went to the bathroom and then she came back and she settled the bill. And I don't know why, I was just like, she was so hot and we had such a good time together. And then I was like, let me repay you like right now. And I took her back to the bathroom.
You're disgusting, Blake. I would never do that on the first date. God.
It wasn't the first date. We'd been dating for a little bit.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. Well,
yeah.
Still, come on. Like, I'm not in the toilet.
It's not like as if I'm dragging her. She was like kinky and keen like that.
Oh,
so,
yeah, well,
dude, if you don't fuck in public, then
don't worry, I'll fuck in public. But you know, actually, yeah. What's your weirdest place you ever fucked someone? This is off segue to the conversation, but you know we can chop this off and we can put it to a little grab.
Probably, like behind a church.
Like inside the church, but behind, or like actually
like behind the church, like in the grounds. It was across the road from Claremont days. That one, and then actually no, the best one actually, which was wild. We went I was dating this girl from Vegas, and then I went over to go see her for like a month or two, and then we went to drive to the Grand Canyon, and so it's like a 2-hour walk the whole way down. It's amazing. And then you're on the edge. They've got this big stage pillar area that you can go in and you're on the rails and you take photos and stuff, but then you can walk around and like if you jumped off, you can jump off into like a 200-meter drop into the river, into the Colorado River, right? Pretty dangerous. So we're kind of standing there, and then she was like, we should fuck right here. And I was like,
great.
And there was people coming up, and then there was like an instance where we kind of saw no one coming, so then we started fucking like on the fucking edge, and it was so sick. You like see the big Colorado River, and then like it was mad, and we videotaped it as well. It was fucking so hot. She was videotaping actually, like doing a selfie. It was classic. And then so that was probably one of the best fun outdoor. I think outdoor, if you haven't had outdoor sex, it's really exhilarating, whether you do it on the beach or anything like that, but just being naked in the open air, not even like about, some people get off on like, oh, I might get caught, right? Depending on where you are, that could land you in jail. But I think just the nature aspect of it is really invigorating when you're coming into, sleeping with someone. It's sure fucking fun.
That's fucking hot.
Yeah.
I love fucking on the plane. Something to do about the low oxygen level, whatever, just makes you come so quickly. And it's just like finding that cubicle, that like, holy shit, we only have like 5 minutes before anyone knows that we're in there together. You know what I mean? I find that hard.
It's like business class on Emirates is really good because
I did an economy.
I know we've all done it in economy.
Yeah, this is even better.
But when I did it in when I had it in business, like business class, there's bathrooms are quite big, and then I was in first class as well, and you got the entire shower and everything.
Ooh.
And like that's like you got fucking time. Is really really fun. Yeah. Okay, so dating though, red flags, like, so I mean, because it's hard, because I mean, you're already dating someone, but so let's call it red flags.
This is like also like a cultural thing,
like,
right?
Should I,
for example, I dated a Ukrainian, and I think it's their culture. Ukrainian Russians, all the girls don't pay. Like, I spoke to many people about this, like, what, you dated Ukrainian? And I remember bumming this guy out, like, yeah, I dated Ukrainian. I dated Ukrainian too, and he was like, did she pay for anything? Oh, bro. She never paid anything. I think the mentality of like Russian women in general, like, I'll fuck you, I'll be loyal to you, but you pay for everything. Do you know what I mean? Just a culture thing.
Yeah.
Which I'm not accustomed to.
Well,
Australian.
Isn't that because though Ukrainians and Russians went to war back in the day, and then pretty much all the men never came back? So there's a bunch of chicks, right? And so then there's always guys, there's so many girls, but then girls are trying to fight over guys. And then it got to a point where guys would, like, to have a guy, they would please him in every single type of way that they possibly can. And then like the guy would then provide as well at the same time.
I don't know. Did you Google this?
I've heard this.
Research this.
I've heard this before. Like,
really?
yeah. Like, that's.
But also like in Asia it's a thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's why I don't really necessarily like dating Asian women.
Yeah.
The materialistic thing comes to play, where they're looking at like, they don't really necessarily date you for your looks and your personality, but it's more for your wealth. I remember my mom was like, oh yeah, I married your dad because he's got more money than the guy I actually love. Oh, wow. Okay, you want stability. I mean, if the guy you actually love got nothing going, that's fair. Do you know what I mean? So I get it, but it's also to a point, like, people go marriage 50-50 that are...
But back in your mum's day, my parents' day, things were different. There wasn't like women weren't entrepreneurs, women weren't like getting that shit, right? There was like, I mean, that was just a starting where like women
had no education back then, they couldn't get a career back then, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
By 2023, I'm just so used to like girls approaching me rather than me approaching girls, and girls paying for my drinks. Do you know what I mean? Like, especially in Australia.
Yeah.
I find that's a big thing. Where, I mean, I'm so used to, like, the Australian way is so good. That's why, like, Australian culture is so easy. The girls so laid back, and they're so independent. Yeah, sure, there's like some gold diggers around, especially now in the OnlyFans days, where the top good-looking models get flown out to Melbourne and Dubai, Bali for free, Monaco. You get that. I mean, like, now it's so easy to DM a girl, hey, I like you. Do you want to fly out to Monaco for a few weekends? And I'm like, fuck yeah, free trip. Why not? So, but that's also like a red flag for me when I see like girls see their Instagram just like Dubai, Melbourne, and the Instagram full of like designer handbags, that one of those aesthetic and dresses, but then photos of them. I'm like, who's taking that photo on that picture?
Yeah.
Like in Dubai. It must be some rich guy. So that's a red flag for me. But I mean, some people like that. Do you know what I mean? For me, that's like a telltale sign. I'm like, all right, that girl just most likely will want your money and not really care about your personality, your kindness, and what you got to offer.
Yeah. So what would you, like, let's say go into, okay, so if you are dating a girl, like, because I mean, red flags when you're getting to a chick, but what would stop you from like dating or ending a relationship? Like, would You know, sometimes you don't see red flags. Sometimes, you know, the flags are orange. You know, and
sometimes you see red flags, you still want them anyways. You end up dating them anyways. And
or they just come out of nowhere, right? Like,
yeah, it's like, you know, with the surf life saving when they're chasing for the red flag on the beach. I feel like that's me. I'm always like attracted to red flags, and like
cue the Baywatch
and girls love that too. When girls see red flags, and they see like an opportunity to change that person. I'm like, I can change him. He's a fuckboy now, but I can change him. I can make him better.
I don't understand why that is. I've never understood that terminology on why, like, there's that theory that girls want to change guys. Like, I mean, I have no idea where that comes from, whether it's like a family thing or like, you know, maybe the mum was like really, I have no idea, I can't comment.
Yeah, well, I don't know, there's probably some psychologists study this shit.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And like why girls love bad boys.
So how do you then, because I'm pretty easygoing. Like I think the red flag for me would be like, I like honesty. Like if I'm going to date and be single, I like honest dating. And honest dating means,
I think everyone wants honesty, you know, in dating, right?
But like honesty in general, but like honest dating is, okay, I'm single, you're single. I like you, I think you're hot. I want to, you know, keep sleeping with you or whatever. But also I just want to let you know that I actually don't want anything. I don't want anything long term. I want to, but then if I'm going to go out on the weekend and I see a girl and we start chatting, I might go home with her. I just want to let you know that's where I'm at the moment.
Yeah.
And I think one of the red flags for me is that's me in general. And I think people sometimes get scared of actually being that honest because, okay, you might lose that person or something like that. But at the end of the day, you're going to be like, what's happy for you? Too many people are trying to please the other person, which is kind of a stock standard thing. So for the honest dating.
Well, if you're single, you can be honest, be like, hey, look, I'm single right now. I'm enjoying. I'm just not looking for anything, you know, serious. And if you tell us from the start, I think that's fair.
Yeah.
And if she falls in love with you, and you go, look, Han, I told you before, I'm not ready to settle down. When I'm ready, I'll let you know. But like most likely not now. And then hopefully they don't get too attached to you, right? And that's not fair on the girl too.
And I know, but it keeps on like, you got to like, this is where that stuff's important, like communication.
100%.
I mean,
what I hate is like when guys tell you, oh, like I'm so attracted to you, and then they still fuck around, and then like selling the false promises to the girl.
Yeah.
You know, and the girl end up like falling in love with him, and then end up finding out he's also seeing other girls.
Yeah.
Right. Which is really common right now.
I do.
Because to me, it's like
all the time.
It's like the analogy of like, you know, guys like have the toys around.
Yeah.
Like I'll have my ball there, my toy truck there. They know where things are, but as soon as they lose some, oh, where did my ball go?
Yeah.
If that person leaves, you know, but they like to have all these toys options, right? And what they do is they tell these toys being the girls.
Yeah.
They kind of like sing. They show them the promises, make sure they still attached to you, and that's the game, unfortunately.
I think it also, the biggest important lesson is like you attract really like who you are and what you're feeling. More so like what you're feeling, because you don't really know who you are. It's just always what you're feeling. And if you feel kind of a little bit insecure, if you like, okay, you and me walk into a room, right? We're going to fuck shit up. Whether it's a party, whether it's a fucking business meeting, wherever the fuck it is, right? You and me carry a certain level, and this is because it's not like we were born with that shit. We had to like build this type of character through trial and tribulation, through rejection, through all of these things, right? And we've developed a certain type of charisma that allows us to operate this way. And I see, here's the thing, here's a life lesson for everyone, okay? You want to figure out who you actually are and what you attract. Write down on paper the last 5 people that you dated, and write down everything about them and see how many everything about them matches with your other ones. And at this time, are you happy right now? Are you still single? Because what I see is people like
they go with a pattern.
Yeah, like I mean, there's a girlfriend of mine here that like, you know, she's cute. Like I would date her for sure, but she's kind of like she's stuck in the rut of like, you know, the dating pool here. Which is totally fine, go out, enjoy your life, whatever. But all I do is when I see like a red flag, as in this chick's amazing, she's hot, got a lot going on, which is cool. But she also parties a lot here, and is connected with people who run through on parties. So then I'll see, oh, she's dating someone. And then I chat to her, I'm like, oh, yeah, how's that going? Oh, yeah, I just ended it. And then I'm like, oh, cool, are you single now? Yeah, I'm single, just, out having fun. Then I see her with another guy, but then I see that guy, I saw him the other night, and she wasn't there, and he was like all over these other girls and like hooking up with one chick. And I'm like, I wonder if that honest communication is going on there, or if it's just classic fuckboy happening here in Canggu, which most likely probably is.
I think it's unique to Bali.
Dude, no, that shit fucking happened through. When I was younger, 20s, bro, that shit happened in Australia all the time.
Like, I think Australia is a bit more, not like this, where this is, to me, it's like Love Island in a bigger scale, right? Your options are a lot more. So this is fucking around the circle goes even more here in Bali, I feel like. I noticed.
Do you want another one?
Yeah, these things. So I noticed in Bali, it's like, just, me now is coming back more often. I realized, I'm like, oh shit, this is like a Love Island situation. You get the hot influencers, models, they're all coming here.
There's plenty of tequila.
And guys are rich and established. They want to, and girls are hot here, all the most. So throw them all in the pool. There's not gonna, no one's gonna. You have so many options. That's a problem, right?
Yeah, this is why, like, I don't look for anything anymore.
Yeah, so how do you find dating in Bali compared to in Australia? Is it a lot harder to find someone to settle down with here?
I mean, in Australia, right, you're basically, living a normal reality life, right? You're going to work, doing a business, coming home, then you're going and repeating that, going out, living your best life, living a healthy life. And ultimately, in a Western world, like, what do? You go get married, right? Now, I grew up in a household that was, get married eventually. And then being here, I never looked for anything anymore. I've had a rough couple of the last month or 2 months, but besides all that overall, I love exactly who I am, what I'm doing. And so now I'm just fucking with myself and I'm going out and enjoying my life. Now, do I want to be with someone? To be honest, in the last 3 or 4 months, I kind of looked at myself for the first time ever that I don't ever want to get married. And I called my mum and told her about this. I was like, Mum, I don't think I'm ever going to get married. Not because I want to fuck around and stuff, just because I love being with who I am, fucking all time. Now, as I get older, that probably change. If I find an amazing girl, then suddenly, okay, that can also change.
You see that Matthew McConaughey interview where he goes, I've given up on love. So I've told myself this is the time when, the moment where I found my love of my life was after the moment where I told myself I'll be okay not finding the love of my life.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So when you detach yourself from that, obviously got to do with law of attraction. When you start detaching yourself to the things that you're so wanting, you're so obsessive with, only then you're gonna find. I feel like if you just say that, I'm not looking for that, I think your true love's gonna be around the corner.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think everyone should live by that.
I think so. I find it that's I live by that. Or most of the people that I meet that I'm attracted to is when I'm not looking. I mean, it's common. People say this all the time.
Yeah.
You find your love when you're looking. It's all you always find it when it's always around the corner. So the more you chase, what was it? Kendall Jenner just had this TikTok went viral. I don't even go out anymore. I just stay home. I don't chase. I attract. I'm like, go Kendall. I feel you on that.
But you look at energies, right? And I've been doing a lot of study of this, of energy and frequency and stuff. And there's actual scientific evidence that different frequencies attract on different levels.
Yep.
And energies, it's not some mumbo jumbo spiritual bullshit. Yep. It's actually scientifically proven that if you're on a certain frequency, you're going to attract, and you're not going to just attract, you're going to put out an energy and a vibe that goes out that's going to attract all different types of things and people. And the more that you are consistently, if you hyper focus on something, right? Let's say not sport. Let's just say you're going to try and focus on designing one shirt, right? And you're going to only just continuously focus on that. You're going to get so into that, and you're going to get fully focused, and you just keep drawing. You only focus on that, and you forget about absolutely everything else. You've taken all your time and energy into that, right? Which means that you haven't given your time to get inspiration, to like double check that based on take a step back, breathe and go, oh, let me go for a walk, or let me go watch a movie, or let me go watch a sunset, or let me go have a chat with my mate, who's a fucking epic like creative, right? And then let me come back. And what I see is that girls who definitely continue to break up, get into another relationship, break up. This happens mostly more with girls than guys. I've seen it with guy friends, so I'm not like, saying it only happens with women, but mostly because girls are more emotional than us. And when you're super focused on, I want to get a girl, I want to get a guy, I want to get a guy, I want to get a guy, I want to get a guy. You never take the step back to go, okay, what the fuck just happened with my last relationship? Why did we break up? He cheated on me, okay, or whatever, like he didn't treat me well, or whatever the fuck it was, right? He didn't communicate properly. I didn't feel like I was wanted. You need to there should be like a 6-month rule, or you go to jail, that when you break up, that you spend 6 months just being by yourself and having a fucking time and just enjoying life. Go out and fuck around and date if you want.
2 years single now. I feel like I've elevated so much more in the last 2 years. Do you know what I mean? Like the first year, I didn't fuck anyone. I didn't want to. I just want to like hang out with myself. After the last breakup, I was like, I don't need. Sex is sex. Yeah, it's great, but it's like, I'm not emotionally ready for it yet. So I try to do like, one night stand and shit after breakup. It just doesn't work. I think for women and guys, like they need to don't go and rebound straight away. And then going back to that sort of vibration, right? Like that sort of, when you like chasing and chasing, like you telling the universe, I'm lacking. You know what I mean? And you emitting that frequency to the universe, I'm lacking. You have this low frequency going. But then that's why, like, if you steer your focus away from chasing, like, you're tracking, like, that's why you don't chase, you attract kind of thing. That means you're full of abundance. I'm full of abundance. People already into me, they're attracted to me. So that's why you're not chasing. Can you imagine Leonardo DiCaprio chasing? I don't think he will ever chase.
No.
They just come to him because it's like, I've got people coming into me anyway, so I no longer need to chase. So his vibration is attracting. Like with people who's lacking, they're chasing. So like, I noticed that now, well, not now, but like I've always noticed this, but I'm like, stop chasing, they come. Right now, my focus elsewhere, my focus on making money and business, and fashion brands, scaling my business. Out of woodworks, like all these girls now more girls are attracted to me than before. So yeah, I think that's a key. People like always chasing and like they're overthinking it. And like, bro, stop chasing, man. Just focusing on your values, and you're gonna start attracting these women.
So how would you focus on yourself? Let's say you break up with a girl, and then so what would you first do to then start going back and focus on yourself? I have this vindictive
way of getting back on a girl, right? By every breakup, I feel like I need to elevate, either get physically better looking. So for me, in my case, I need to get more tattoos or get more fit. Or I go to gym, I train hard at the gym, and I get more tattoos and I get more tans. Right? I think that's physically. And then I have to get also like financially better, right? To me, as a guy, your values are measured by your physique, your wealth, your security, all these things, right? Your power. So every breakup, I'll just level up so much. And I love the breakups because that make me better and better. And then as you level up, you're attracting girls of that higher caliber, of that higher level. Do you know what I mean? So like, I love what Iman Ghazi, I don't know if you follow Iman Ghazi, this 23-year-old guy. He's like a social media marketing agency creator. Shout out to Iman, 23, you're making so much money. And he said like, look, like for you to start attracting higher value women, first of all, you need to become a higher value man. Right, so how do you do that? Like, stop going to alcohol, stop going out to parties, just focus on building your wealth, building yourself, physique, train harder, build yourself. And when you start becoming that high value man, you're gonna start attracting those high value men, like women. And that's so true. Like, cause when you're in that lower level, you're just attracting all these club hoes. Do you know what I mean?
So if you done with it. If you did that, built that, and then started like, is that a trap? in the social media world where, hey, if you did all that, but then also started building your social media following and started growing, would that also have, now you got to be careful. Okay, now I've got money, now I'm going, but I'm also attracting, you know, these clout thirsty chicks.
So you got to have the filtering system.
Yeah.
Right. So as you become a high value person, you're going to attract a lot of people. Now you got to build a filtration system. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't want the OnlyFans girls. I don't want the club hosts. I don't want the girls who just want me for my money. Right? Then you go, out of those filtration system, who passed? These 5 girls. Let's go on a date with these 5 girls. Figure out what they're like in person. So that's how I look at it now. Before I was like, oh shit, I'm attracted to everyone. Let me just fucking date everybody. So and figure it out one by one. Now I was like, I got no time. I can just see it from like, all right, you just want for my money status. You just want me for my looks, or you just want me for this. So yeah, now I have that in place, which I think is everyone should.
How do you think OnlyFans, girls who do OnlyFans, and I mean, guys who kind of feel like they're a different breed. I mean, guys usually who are on OnlyFans, they really don't give a fuck. But like for women, eventually they're gonna have kids, right? I saw a friend of mine, Isaac Butterfield, a funny Australian comedian, kind of says shit what everyone's thinking, right? Some people, 50% people hate him, 50% people love him. But he went and did a tour in America, and he was on this podcast on the, not Unwanted. It's one of those podcasts when the guys always has a bunch of girls on, and then him and this other dude talk shit, and they just try and get into the level playing field. Question came up, he had a bunch of OnlyFans girls like on, and then she was like, you know, like, I'm gonna have a kid, I'm gonna raise him up to be an entrepreneur and stuff like that. And then my mate, Isaac, goes, well, I mean, how do you think your kid's gonna feel when he starts getting bullied when all the kids like who are 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, and they find and dig up some photos of you like having, you know, your partner come all over your face. And I'm like, I wonder if we've got to a point in the world where when you were in the porn industry in the 70s, 80s, 90s, that was one thing. And like now, right, it's one thing. But there's everyone on OnlyFans. There is, you know, OnlyFans, what they do, revenue a year.
Also, I noticed, you know, like, for example, Mike Malak is dating Skyberry, porn star, famous.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. But still, like, dating porn star in US, it's like a normal thing. And it's actually a cool thing to do. Like you look at Mia Khalifa. She's in the fashion world right now, killing it. Like, she's a fashion icon now. And she's a porn star. Do you know what I mean? Like, porn stars becoming so normalized and looked up upon. Yeah. And the culture is shifted to that. Now girls feel like, that's like the A-list celebrity's way of, you know, becoming an A-list celebrity, but becoming a high-end porn star. So now they're doing that. So,
but here's a question, right? Or here's the thing that I saw. So when I first, you know, I think when everyone first sees Sky Bray, I think 1, she's fucking a babe. 2, she's got fucking riz and she's got banter for starters. 2 and 3. But I saw her in an interview and she said that she's quitting the industry because she realized this isn't who I am and who I wanted to be. And I mean, she grew so fast to her, and like, I mean, you got to respect the growth, but right?
Is this what girls are thinking? You become a porn star first to get status, and then you can.
I mean, yeah. Now she's killed it, right? She's like super. Like,
I mean, look at Kim Kardashian. How did she become big?
Yeah.
She was basically a porn star. Really, that sex tape blew her up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And people don't even think about that anymore. Yeah. She just thinks, Kim K.
So now, do you need to then? Does this only?
This is what my question is. Like, do girls now need to go through that route to become famous?
Or do they need to get big enough and make enough money on OnlyFans to then
venture out to own thing?
Venture out and to build something, so then you build real life quality outside of, you know.
I think that's what the blueprint is now.
So I wonder how many people, and if anyone is watching this, because I'll probably clip this, if you're on OnlyFans, are you having a strategy to reinvest your money and build a fucking brand?
For our next Tequila episode, Tequila High Club. I want to figure out what OnlyFans girls are thinking. Is this because there's a
well, I had Sarah on the last, you know, one of the last on episode 4, and she's like But she was a Maxim model, right? She was like a cover model, worked at Playboy and everything like that. But then now she does OnlyFans. But she doesn't do like the fucking sex shit. She just does a lot of fucking nude.
Right.
So there's a difference, right? But she also had like millions of followers before, and she's fucking stupid wealthy anyway because she's got businesses. So this is just another thing. But how do you transition? Like, I know girls, and I see this quite a lot. Girls on OnlyFans, fucking around on OnlyFans, doing all these XXX fucking videos, right? And then the idea is to then go out and then I see them try and build a bikini business or a jewelry business, and it fucking fails.
Do they find OnlyFans as a way of like us guys going to venture capitalists with a pitch deck, getting investors, right? And then once they have capital, they open their business. Do you know what I mean? This is probably like the girls' way of doing it the easy way, because you can make up to 100 grand a month. By the end of the year, 12 months, you can make 1.2 million
Here's
capital.
Here's my advice for every single OnlyFans girl who's never built a business before, right? Take your money and put it straight away, immediately into real estate. That's it. That's your game, and build your portfolio and build your passive from there, and then go out and have fun. Don't do all this shit where like you're then, because remember, you also got to remember who the fuck your audience is, because I see a bunch of OnlyFans girls who go out and they get all this money, they're making $1 million a year, then they go out and make a bikini brand or a dress brand, and I'm like, hello, do you know who the fuck your audience is? A bunch of dudes. Those dudes aren't going to go buy bikinis for their fucking girlfriend. Like, understand your audience. So if you actually put it all into real estate, now you're becoming, okay, now I'm a real estate mogul because of you got making so much fucking money. Now you can actually get good at that craft and then start transitioning out, and then you can start building something on top of that. That's, I mean, to be honest, that's how I think every single OnlyFans girl should look at it.
I think girls don't see that. You know, they need some business coach for sure. But I think to me, good on them. Credit to the OnlyFans, OF girls, porn stars. You're entrepreneur of your own right.
Dude, like, I mean, you and me have got heaps of friends who are on OnlyFans. I'm not like,
but, you know, it's not someone that I want to be the mother of my children.
I mean, we're talking about red flag. If I meet a girl and she tells me OnlyFans, red flag, sorry.
Well,
we can go fuck, but I'm not going to date you.
Yeah, that's like, to me, I'm intrigued, you know, like, tell me more about OF and porn industry. I'll be into it. But I wouldn't go, let's go and let's date. Let's start dating. I wouldn't be interested in that. So yeah, red flags, but you know, we're in a different world now. 10 years ago, it's nothing like this.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, so for me, it's kind of like rare to find someone who's pretty, and then they're like, oh yeah, I'm studying dentistry, or I'm studying, you know, medicine. I'm like, bitch, what? Like, you're not a hairdresser? You're not a makeup artist? God damn, that's refreshing. Yeah. And that's, I want to pursue more. But it's so rare, man, like to find those type of girls now. If you're like a 10 out of 10 good looking girls, most likely they're influencers, models, OnlyFans girls. Do you know what I mean?
Just the last girl I was dating, Chinese American from North Carolina, works in New York. She was fucking amazing, right? The reason why we just like we called it quits is because the long distance, right? And I've got a lot of shit going on. She's got a lot of shit going on. But dude, when I first met her and like just seeing her, like when I was dating her, it was nothing. She was in the finance game and one of like the top execs in her company. Yeah. She had like a fucking 1,000 people underneath her, bro.
And then she tells you how to do your business. Oh shit.
She was 26, right?
And you know more than I do?
Yeah. She was 26 and just killing it, right? And like, you know, our sex was amazing. We were great together. It's just this point in time, things have been a bit hard. So we're like, okay, cool.
Logistically.
But that turns me on a lot. Like someone who gets shit done. And one of the coolest things, which I loved, is she just loved listening to me as well. She just loved listening to me talking about my business and everything that I'm doing as well. Yeah. Because that was attracted to her as well. So, I mean, I really like that. And I think that's the reason why you and me kind of like the same girl in that principle, on them getting shit done and kind of you know, pushing their career to a new level.
Would you date a girl who's poor? I mean, I'm saying poor as in like a general term, but more like just like super hot, but then not financially stable.
But the question back to you is, why is she not financially stable? What's the reason?
well, just hypothetical. She's just hot, but she doesn't know how to handle her finance.
Yeah, but
Like hot people, like
yeah, but what
she
does
get away with it because she's so.
yeah, but what does she
She doesn't
do?
need to be smart.
It's not about
She's
like
hot.
you can be poor. You can be dude. Like you could be poor.
I'm saying like poor as in like not like broke poor, like begging on a poverty line. Right, poor as in like she's still, you know, not being able to live her lifestyle dream and all that stuff, and she's still relying on her.
It's all I care about is what do you want to do? What are you trying to do? Like the most important thing is
Yeah, but like that's a very general term. Like what you want to do, she's probably gonna. I want to be rich.
no. Well, then
you know
if
what I
she
mean?
wants to be
Like, that's
rich, then I'm like not gonna fucking. I'm not interested.
Well,
what I'm
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, would you date a girl who's super hot but has that mentality?
I'd fuck her, but I wouldn't like date her.
Now, would you date someone who's like super sorted financially, but she's probably not that good looking, but she's like got the personality, and you know what I mean? Like, but super stable, and she'll pay all your bills, and she'll help your business grow.
What we saying? Not good, not good looking.
I'll say a 6 out of 10.
No. And I don't know. Like, oh no, I don't think so.
Hey guys, what about a girl? She's a 10, but she's fucking working in Indomaret or Alphamart.
In what? She's 10 bucks.
Yeah, in Indomaret. But she's.
But how? Okay. So I don't know if
She's a 10 bucks.
Wait. I don't know if everybody heard that. So Ricky just asked, my creative director. He just asked, what if a girl was a 10, but she worked at Indomart, which here in Bali is like a cashier. Like, would you date her? So my question is, how old is she?
Probably mid-20s.
So let's make it more like.
Is she studying? Is she studying?
I don't know. I mean, like, you go to Indomaret, right? You want to pay your bills.
So let's reframe that question. Like, if she's a 10 out of 10, she works at McDonald's, right? So we can understand.
Okay, let's say McDonald's. Okay, she works at McDonald's, right? If she's 25 and if she's
25, mid-20s.
mid-20s.
Let's say early 20s.
Early 20s makes more sense.
Yeah, but and then the reason why I ask is she at uni? Is she at university? Because she's probably trying to pay her tuition. If that is, or if she's, yeah, no way. In Australia, that's a thing, for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, that's not like that in Indonesia.
Okay, well, so in Indonesia, no. But like, if it's in Australia or America, they might be trying to just like, you know, pay their own way. Maybe they got people to support.
If you're mid-20s and you're still working at McDonald's or
I need more info. Put it
check out. Yeah. What's your situation?
Is she the manager? If she's the manager, she's still making pretty fucking good money, right? Maybe she.
Cashier.
Yeah, of cashier? No. I'd fuck her, but I wouldn't date her.
I'll try and investigate why she's still there first.
Dude, this is the thing. I need more info. I need to know backstory.
And what's your story? Why are you still working like this?
What's a beautiful 10 like you?
Yeah. Tell me, why a girl like you working at a cashier?
Yeah.
Why don't go do some OnlyFans thing, right?
Yeah, let me manage your OnlyFans account. No, that's toxic. That's bad.
Yeah. Can I get fries with that shake?
Yeah, so 6 out of 10, super rich. No. So you got to find that. So you're living in this dreamland where you want a 10 out of 10, but you also want to have a stable finance background. And this is,
I'm not necessarily, I mean, yeah, I do want a 10. I actually want 11 out of 10. But I'm the same like you. I look at it as in like.
So we're looking for a unicorn.
I'm looking at family, yeah.
It just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Right?
I believe that like.
I was dating a 10 out of 10, and then she was telling me, I'm going to be a dentist, and then she went ahead to, now she's going to, I want to be a hairdresser. And it's like, why are you going this way now? Because easier path. Because to be a dentist takes a long time, a long pathway, right? And that journey, I think most girls just want the easy route.
But here's the thing, right?
If you're a 10 out of 10, you want the easy
If you want to be a hairdresser, that's fine. But my question would be like, do you want to build your own salon one day? If the answer is yes, then cool. I'm going to financially help you with that. And then yes.
I know hairdressers make a lot of money.
Dude, like
what I'm talking is like, she went from being a dentist to the beauty, which is fine, but it's like a completely different industry. To be a dentist in the medical industry is a lot harder. You got to put a lot of effort, a lot of studying, up to 10 years of studying. And a lot of people don't want to sacrifice 10 years because they want an easy way out.
So it's the same thing, like, let's say, like, girls, the same thing. Like, I mean, okay, what's the equivalent of, like, if a girl sees this is 100% no. If a girl sees a hot guy who's a fucking cashier at 25, they might think he's cute, right? And they'll be like, oh, let's go for drinks or whatever.
Short-term relationship.
Yeah, and they'll go fuck. But long-term, no way.
No.
And if you say yes, you're fucking lying. Yeah, and you owe me a fucking shot.
Yeah, this is why I think, for me, it's like, I love having the trifecta. So if you're hot, rich, and funny, holy shit, who can say no to that?
But dude, like the difference between a 10 and an 8 really is I mean, okay, you and my version of a 10 and an 8 is very minuscule because like, it's just like, I don't know how to explain that properly. But
I think for me, it's like an 8 and a 10 is just, the difference would be like the personality.
I mean, I see 10s for sure, and I'm like,
I can see a 10 physically. As soon as they open their mouth, it goes down to 8 straight away. Right? I can see a 10 and then open their mouth. They're smart and intellectual, make me laugh. Straight away, they got upgraded to 10.
Yeah, so okay,
10 and 8 is like
10 looks,
very
10 looks, but then the banter, the mentality have to back it up. Yeah,
but then if you have that, you go down to.
Yeah, but they have to back it up, right?
So
because also when you start liking a girl, the looks.
I find the good-looking girls also very insecure. Do you know what I mean? Like, this is what my mom always tell me. Like, the better looking the girls, the more crazy they are, the more toxic they are, the more insecure they are. Right? Because then they also have all these options, but they're never happy. The 10 out of 10 girls, they're not happy. Just based on the consensus of the girls that I meet. 10 out of 10, they're not happy. They're not content with their life. They're depressed. They're having a lot of anxiety issues. And then compared to like a 6 out of 10 girl who's just super happy, they're like content with their life.
I disagree with that because I think a 10 can go through all the shit. Then they can go through, like.
No, what I'm saying, that's the pattern that I see. Like,
yeah.
I mean, if you look at celebrities, even.
Yeah, no, but
Kim Kardashian's still dealing with.
Yeah, but how many fucking 10s are there in the fucking world, bro?
It's not that many.
Not many.
Not many.
And how many 6s also go through fucking anxiety, depression, everything?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot,
right?
But I'm saying, like, most of the likely now, especially nowadays, a lot of the 10s are dealing with that issue.
Yeah, but everyone's dealing with it. So I think you got to like. I want to end up with a 10. I want the kid, the mother of my children to be a 10.
Nowadays. I find it is.
No, I think it's just finding the right person. I think with especially you and me, we've dated quite a lot, but we've also done a lot of shit in our lives. So right now, I don't really care. Like, yes, I love having sex with a girl and like meeting, and I enjoy that because I'm a very sexual person. But I'm not going out to go find it every single fucking night, right? But I'm also going back to what we were originally saying is, I don't care. Like, when I find a wife or when I find the person or a person who I'm really fucking with, I'll find it. But for now, I don't give a fuck. Like, I'm just doing exactly what the fuck I want to do. And everyone should be fucking living their life like that.
Yeah, but that's also, to me, as if I was a girl, I'm hearing that as a red flag.
I don't give a shit because then that means...
that means you're going to have problem with settling down now because you're not in that mindset now.
No, because that means that if I fucking come up to you and I vibe with you and we vibe together, I'm not fucking saying to your face, going, I'm not fucking want anything. If I meet a chick, I'm going to have a fucking conversation and we're going to get to know each other and we'll start going dating. Now, there's a difference between that dating and me going...
I'd love to do a psychoanalysis on you as a psychologist. And I'd be like, Blake, tell me your past 5 relationships. Why didn't work? Do you know what I mean? I'd love to do the same thing. I'd love to have a psychologist like doing that on me. I go, why didn't your last 2 relationships work?
Do you know what we fucking should...
And I'd be like, Gemini.
Do you know what we should do one episode? We'll have to do it like in season 3 because I have to find one.
I'd love to get a girl's perspective on this couch.
Yeah, we'll do that. But we should get like the poly lying test. And every time you get an answer, you say it's like I'm lying. You have to take a shot, bro. Yeah. We're doing that season 3, bro.
Polygraph.
Yeah. Fucking classic.
All right, let's wrap it up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. So, red flags.
Red flags. We didn't really. We touched on it, but I think for me, red flags are.
Okay, here's my big red flag, right? That I didn't get to say. When I'm dating a girl, one, communication, be fucking very honest.
Honesty, transparency.
But the way where it's like, I've been with quite a number of girls and I understand people's energy and I'm also very good at reading people. I have this weird 7th sense where I can actually feel shit that's going on if you fucked around. I've had this fucking thing since I was like 16, 17. I don't know what the fuck, how it happens, but I just know all the time. And as soon as I get that feeling, I know something's wrong. So I'll hit you up straight away, right? In the beginning and all the way through, communication is the most important thing. If you are not feeling it, tell straight away. In the beginning, if you don't feel it, tell me straight away, and then it's okay. We can move on. Like, it's not rejecting. No hard feelings. But communication is my biggest red flag when it's not done appropriately. When you feel like you can fuck around and like don't think I'm going to find out, or doing little things where like you may be messaging someone, right? I find that shit out. So my biggest red flag.
Red flags, do you find girls with posting bikini on their Instagram is a red flag?
No.
Okay.
I think it's hot. Go flaunt your body. I fucking love your body. You love your body as well. So I don't get jealous and shit. Of course there's guys looking at fucking her. Do what the fuck you want. If you feel like you're sexy and you want to do it and you think, dude, fucking do it. And I'm going to fucking double tap that shit.
I study that again, I love the psychology of that, right? I'll be like, honey, why do you need more approval now you've got me?
Yeah, but is she an influencer? Is she a model? Then yes, she's going to fucking do it because it's her fucking job. Are you just doing it? Do you have like 2,000 followers? And yeah, you're an 8, 9, maybe a 10, and then you're posting as well. Why are you posting it for? There's a difference. If you're just trying to get fucking like ass clout, then whatever.
Yeah, well, like, you know, like Mike's, right? I used to I'm against posting bikini photos. I'm against that, da da da. Do you know what I mean? I value my body. And then next minute after we're broken up, like bikini, nude. I'm like, oh, what's happening there, huh?
Yeah, but that was also probably a throwback at you as well.
Maybe not, but also maybe like that's her insecurity starting to creep up now. Do you know what I mean? It comes down to like,
I think, okay, in communication, intent is my two things. Are you going to communicate effectively?
Yep.
Or are you just going to think you can like fuck around? Like if we're not vibing anymore, we've been dating for a while and you're feeling like something, communicate. Let us know. Let's try and work it out. We're here together already. Let's communicate together, sit down. Let me hear you out. What am I doing wrong that's not making you feel like, or have you done something perhaps to me which makes me then react a certain way, which means maybe I'm cold. We are not perfect. I know I'm fucking far from perfect, right? At all. Like I'm the fucking
damaged goods.
I'm perfect person. I'm fucking not damaged goods. I'm fucking just, I'm not perfect, right? But I'm here and I love you, that whoever I'm with, like, let's work it out. Let's communicate, let's sit down. Now, I fucked that up a lot in the past, but now where I am, it's like, let's communicate. And then the second thing is your intent. What is your fucking intent the whole way through? Is your intent to just enjoy life and kind of still fuck around and not take things seriously? That's cool. We can fuck around then for sure. But then what is your intent if we're together? Like, is your intent to be with me and please me and enjoy life with me? Because that's my intent with you. So they're my two things. If those two are cold, they can become red flags. Hopefully they're always green flags. But there is a moment in time where they can easily become red. And that's kind of the same thing. Like the communication, also honesty with communication. Just be honest. If you don't fuck with me, don't lead me on. Also, red flag, don't leave me unseen. Girls, stop leaving guys unseen. And two,
just reply.
Just say, no, I'm not interested. Games. Yeah. And two, the biggest thing as well is what is it? I've just fucking lost it. Because now I've got all this fucking red flags gone into my head now. Girls, just be straight up. That's it. Girls, be straight up. If a guy hits you up, just say you're not interested, right? That's it. Don't leave us left unseen. And then just reply back saying, hey, sorry, I'm not interested. Now, guys, also, don't be cunts and then fucking react when they reject you and they say not interested, okay? Don't be a bunch of fucking pussies, right? Take it on the fucking shoulder.
Guys react when they get rejected all the time. I'm like, fuck that bitch, she left me unseen, and like, take it so personally.
No, like, which now it's probably been the fucking guy's fault this entire time, and the reason why girls
that's why they do it, right?
Because they don't want to fucking like say, oh, I'm not interested, yeah?
Because now they get so rude and we're like, fuck you, bitch, like that.
Exactly. So fuck you guys, whoever started that. But then also, girls, stop leaving us unseen, all right? let's cut off that.
My red flags.
Oh yeah, what's your red flags?
If you got nothing valuable to offer, do you know what I mean? Like if you just try to use me for me, like my network, my net worth, this red flag. So you got nothing to bring on the table. This is a partnership. It's a business deal, 50-50. Do you know what I mean? Like you gotta get something to offer. Like, yeah, fine. If you don't have any business accolades to offer in this relationship, that's fine. You know the business mindset, but you can You can offer me something else, emotional stability, foundation. Like you offer me love, unconditional love. Like she'll be like, I'm obsessed with you. That's all I need as a guy. I need that. I need that sort of foundation. So it makes me feel like a man.
There's more love languages than just the money.
Just the money. Like, hey babe, how's work? Oh, I'm like, I just want to vent a little bit. And I'm like, oh, well, what can I do can I make you dinner and stuff? Oh, great. I need that. And that's attractive. Do you know what I mean? Instead of like, hey babe, can I get some money for like my handbag? This Gucci bag that I want. I'm like, oh, bitch. I just work so hard for this money. Yeah. And then just trying to take it away from me. Right? Red flag number one. That's why I find like dating, that sort of Russian Ukraine is very hard because to me, I just don't like that when she's take. And I feel like she's not giving. In her mind, probably like, I just gave you sex. That's worth 2 handbags. And to me, that's not worth 2 handbags. Do you know what I mean? That's worth 6 months of my hard work. Yeah. Right? So it's kind of like different values. To me, that's a red flag. Second red flag is, again, when you're just flaky. You have so many guys, just playing.
That's the word I was looking for, is flaky. When when you ask them and they kind of beat around the bush a little bit.
And you're like, I'm private with my life. I'm like, why are you private with your life? Because you're talking to 10 other guys. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Girls who are so obsessed with you would only show you on the Instagram. And that's when you know, all right, she's serious about me.
Huge red flag. Fucking.
When she takes a photo of me, just slide my
the elbow.
then tag me. And or they're just like tagging like 2 drinks on the table. I'm like, hun, do you know what I mean? Like, what are you trying to say?
Red flag.
There's a big red flag.
Red flag, photo on a private jet.
Or boats, yachts.
That, and you don't know that you got a boyfriend.
Yep.
Because we get it. You got money. You got money coming, which is totally fine again. But stop it. It's not your fucking jet.
Yeah, I mean, that's a red flag. Again, that's like, I'd say that's a gold digger. Yeah. Red flag. Yeah. Third red flag, if you don't look after yourself, if you're not into fitness, to me, that's a red flag. Honey, like...
If you don't gym or train or anything like that,
How long is that going to last? Your genetics will only last up to mid-20s.
Yeah, what is that? It's not... And I think girls would probably feel the same. If a guy doesn't go to the gym, or like, okay...
what I love?
If you surf and stuff, it's different, right? Yeah. But if a girl doesn't go to the gym and train, I think, I'm like, you could be way more fitter.
Yeah, it doesn't have to go to the gym. They can do like Pilates.
Pilates or anything like that. Just be active, right?
Like, you know what I find attractive when we go out with a girl and like, oh look, it's 8:30. I'm tired. I need to go home. I got class tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. I'm like, oh, namaste. That's attractive to me. Yeah. Instead of some girls like, oh, 9 p.m. Let's go. Kick on.
Yeah,
oh my God.
You're around.
Shit, red flag. This is red flag. I guess just like, to me, you ideally, like, at the end of the day, ultimately, you're looking for your ideal partner who's going to be your baby mama, all right? And you want those values to be carried on as your potential wife, potential long-term girlfriend. But I find that's really hard to find right now. In this new environment, the way the society is now, and there's been case studies where it's a lot harder to find your partner or people staying in a relationship because... Yeah. Again, it just bounce around. Instagram, dating apps. We didn't even get into dating apps. Like, man, like you get options for days on the tip of the finger, right? It's like if things don't work out with this person, I can find different options by tomorrow, by tonight if I want to, right? So it's crazy. That's definitely a red flag. But I find it very, very hard right now to find a partner, a girlfriend.
I mean, that's like in Bali, it's extremely hard.
Yeah,
because everyone's either in and out traveling.
Everyone's so hot here. I'm like, God damn, man.
But it's not that. It's like if you like, dude, the amount of people that don't, and guys and girls that don't actually have value or doing something right. It's very hard because cool, you can date someone for like a few months and stuff, but where is that going to go? Like, what are you doing here? I've been trying to like build like businesses and stuff here the whole time.
This is what I find really funny. Like when I come to Bali and I see good-looking people, I get intimidated a little bit. I'm like, but then I figure out, I start talking to them, like, you got nothing going on besides your looks. Then we're trying to figure out what you're trying to do here.
You're promoting it and you're being on tables all the time.
I'm like, hun, like cool. You've got no depth.
How long until you have to go home? Like how many years can you stay here and you don't make any like. a lot of girls, younger girls come here and do it. I'm happy that they're here because you're gonna have an experience that people would fucking dream of. But what is your end goals?
I met a lot of models who are just becoming like a successful entrepreneurs here, doing modeling, setting up businesses, and you can get carried away in Bali where you're like, I'm partying every night, or I'm here for business, making money. And the ones that I'm like, oh, here for making money? Oh shit, that's attractive.
Yeah.
I go, let me figure it out.
Yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up, huh?
Let's wrap this up. So
I'm getting pretty tipsy from this.
So out of 10, what would you rate this?
Blake, you must be drunk because I said that an hour ago.
No, because I gotta always ask at the end. If you watched the show already.
Oh no. So obviously I didn't watch it.
I gotta ask it in the beginning and I gotta ask at the end because everyone always ends up
8.5. It hasn't changed.
Yeah, that's fine. That's still 8.5. All right, bro. Thanks again for flying over, and we'll see you in the next couple of episodes.
I'll see you when I get back.
Cheers. And for everyone watching, I hope you guys enjoyed the red flags. We went into depth on our perspective on what it's like to date girls, and
comment.
Remember to stop leaving us on scene. But in the meantime, subscribe, like, comment what your red flags are down the bottom, and we might figure out where to give this the rest of this Sierra to. So otherwise, see you guys in the next episode. Adios.